Hey everybody, my name is Bryce. Welcome to Worship Tutorials. Today we have the Suhr Riot Reloaded pedal that we're going to be demoing for you guys. It is sweet and man is it fully loaded with gain. Real brief description of what we're playing through. I have an MJT 69 thin line style Telecaster through an Agape Amps Tribute head going into a Mesa cab clone. For more information on this kind of stuff, you can check out the links in the descriptions down below. We have reviews for some of it and more of it is on the way. Let's take a look and listen at some of the sounds you can get out of this pedal. What you might be surprised by is the amount of clarity at a low gain set you can get out of a pedal like this, even though it is the Suhr Riot Reloaded super high gain pedal. As you can tell by turning the distortion way down and being dynamic with your playing, you can get a really great, what most people would consider like an overdrive style sound out of it, but still get some really good, very usable tones. One thing I do want to note is that when you turn the distortion down, I love that it's not a drive knob, it's a distortion knob on this one. But when you turn that down, the pedal gets noticeably darker. So, you know, I have the tone all the way up in the last sound example as well, but it's all up on this. But what I've also done is turned the tone up on the amp slightly. So depending on, you know, which pickup selection you like to use, I was in the middle there, and you know, how you like your amp set normally and how you want to use this pedal, you might need to adjust your tone accordingly to brighten it up a little bit. So without further ado, let's get into some more sounds. Something just sounds off. Oh, wait, just a second. Clearly you can get that huge wall of sound out of this drive pedal. Man, it is awesome. And that was with the gain only halfway up. I'm personally afraid to go all the way up. I mean, I've never been afraid to turn a drive knob, or a distortion knob in this case, all the way up, but frankly, I'm terrified. But let's do it anyway. Man, this pedal really does give you that big wall of sound. Just for clarity's sake, we'll say, I want to disengage the pedal, show you how instantaneously you can get this massive gain sound going from a very clean amp, or even a moderately clean amp, but in this case it's quite clean, and just instantly with the flip of, or at the hit of one switch, you're there, man. So. super cool sound. And like I said, from a super clean amp to a super driven wall of sound, distortion sound. Very, very cool. Let's get into the 3-position voice toggle switch. So according to Suhr's website, the way it works is in the right position, it is mid-scooped. In the center position, you get the biggest high gain full sound. And in the left position, you get a really natural, organic high gain setting. So let's hear what these sound like. For the sake of this part of the demo, we turned off the bump switch on the amp. What that does is it's a mid bump, and while it sounds great on almost everything, for the sake of hearing the difference between the 3 positions on the voice switch, we needed to turn it off so that you can really hear the difference of what that's doing. So it's off, and let's play through this, these voice settings. Alright, now let's flip it over to the middle, which is the big, huge sound. Here we go. That is huge. All right, and then over to the left, which is really natural and organic. The Suhr Riot really is a great pedal. Excuse me, the Suhr Riot Reloaded. This is actually version 2 of this pedal. I don't know if you knew that or not, but as you heard earlier, it can get you a low gain sound that sounds really great. It's very usable for worship. I was playing from the inside out and it sounded wonderful. It gives you that instant wall of sound, huge, high gain, really creamy, but still gives you a lot of clarity. And then last but certainly not least, it can solve a tap dancing dilemma that a lot of us face, who we stack drive pedals, we gain stage. This is my stage 1 style gain, this is my stage 2, this is my stage 3, and this is what it sounds like with all of them on. Very cool, but you're tap dancing to do that in different parts of the song, whereas you can just hit this and you're there with 1 pedal versus 3 or 4. And another thing that it does in doing that, a lot of times when you stack gain pedals like that or drive pedals, you get it really muddy in the mid-range, and it you lose a lot of clarity, and then all of a sudden it literally is just this wall of sound and you don't really hear what's being played. With this, that doesn't really happen. You still get a lot of mid-range clarity and clarity at every frequency that it's hitting. So check this out. Go to your local music retailer, see if they have one, and play around with it. See if you can find a sound you like. We love it. I've been Bryce Sheehan with worshiptutorials.com. We'll see you guys next time.